Hello, and welcome to the Raw Vegan Guru channel, where we are raising our health consciousness, one thought at a time, one action at a time, one meal at a time. Today, in my video, I'm going to be talking about the Matrix and everything that is glitching and revealing itself. And it's so interesting because I'm on a hike right now. I just reached this little mini mountain, as I'd call it, but it's absolutely gorgeous. Haven't seen anybody around, so I might have a little flow with Gaia on my own. But what I found to be quite a connection is when I began the raw vegan journey, or even the vegan journey, and let's go further back when I started on the vegetarian journey, it was very much up against resistance and judgment because others did not see those actions or belief systems as normal. They weren't questioning the treatment of the planet and of its animals and all of the things that, with an open heart, affect us in the light and make us realize there is no truth in these things, and the vibrations are low, so we start to gravitate and ascend toward the light, and the light being at the end of this road, in the physical form. And what I talk about on my channel is the highest physical plane we can reach in our fasting, in our fruit consumption, in our detoxification, our rejuvenation, our cellular, party zone, and our herbs, and all of that intelligence and information that we collect from our beautiful Mother Gaia and the universe, the cosmos itself, and more to say because we aren't really sure of everything. So what I found to be interesting is that connection that now in this day and age, it's going up against the demonic and evil, dark, Luciferian, negative, low vibrational, dense, 3D, fear state, mind control, psychological operation, manipulation, sheep herding, for the masses. Follow me here. Why? Don't ask why. Obey. Be very afraid. Give me everything you have and smile. So the insanity that has been revealed and brought forward more and more to light for those in the awakening, those questioning more and those realizing more, all began with the Wookiee flu last March. It began before that. I can say a lot of instances that were pretty apparent that they were bogus, like Vietnam or 9/11, etc. But these things were starting to stir up the consciousness to ask these questions and realize that the alignment for the individual, which is the whole collective consciousness connected, was seeing glitches in the matrix. They were realizing that something was off, something wasn't right. And why were these things happening? Well, these things were happening for many reasons, but one of them was to wake us up. If you're in the timeline now to be awoken, some of us need to follow karmic paths and play a role where we are a part of this matrix, where we join these groups that are part of the created division and divide and anger and violence and hatred and racism and all these things that don't even really exist, but we've fallen into the mind control of it, and our heart just isn't open enough, or we just don't have the experience or the strength or the different factors of self-love to really switch into the high vibrational timeline, the timeline of light and love. So what I found interesting about now in the 2020, 2021, and Falsey, he'll try to bring this into 22 with his 15 mask. or maybe it's 17 mask. So what I realized was all of these instances in life and these occurrences and these interactions prepare us. And they're nudging us all along the whole time to wake up and to be able to see the bigger picture and what our true purpose is. And when I began the raw vegan journey, um, for example, because it was so extreme to people to just be eating fruits and vegetables, I got a lot of resistance. I got a lot of judgment. I got a lot of criticism. And so much was said and done on the energetic level. You're not going to get your protein. This is ridiculous. You're going to need to see a doctor, et cetera, et cetera. But I see the connection and the correlation. It's no different now that if you resist the satanic ritual of wearing a mask, you're going to not only catch the Wookiee flu, you're going to also give it to everyone. And what's really interesting about that is even if you're walking in the woods or you're walking down the street or you're riding your bike, if you're not wearing a mask, then you're against humanity. So the judgment, the division, the non-compassion, the mind control, the manipulation, it has all been brought to the forefront in our current human society now. Now, I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to really say anything that's just going to get me, in YouTube jail. I'm just going to speak on the level of awareness. And to me, it's just so apparent and obvious, but I'm aware that it isn't to everyone. So I will be very sympathetic and I will be loving and kind. And I know that some people know what I'm talking about and some don't, and that's fine. Just continue to move forward and keep an open mind and an open heart and question everything, because that's what it means to be not only, they say a patriot in America. That's what it means to be a human being, is to question what is being put in front of you. Don't question what's in your heart, because you don't need to. You've already gotten the answers. But I just wanted to make this video to say that when you follow your heart and you know that you're doing something that is important and that's righteous and that's true and it resonates with you, and you hear exterior elements try to disrupt that, dissect it, interrupt it, invade it, stay the course, stay true to the light. Do not turn to Satan and say, "Oh, I give up, I'm tired. I'll join you on this one. What do I got to do? Oop, 6 feet apart, my fellow human. Oop, let me get away from that energetic field of total connectivity. Oh, let me suffocate myself." It makes no sense. It's the same thing that I felt I was going through when everybody was telling me, you can't just eat apples and mangoes and dates and kale. You have to eat a dead animal and rip its flesh off its bones and chew on it and swallow it, even if it makes your body acidic and you can't digest it. And then there a whole slew and host of diseases and negative operations will take part on the interior. But this is what you've got to do because this is what we do. Well, it's not what I do. And I know that many of the people who watch these videos that I make, I know it's not what you do. And you may have different reasons for why you have joined the vegan journey or why you have started to look at changing your diet, maybe for weight loss, maybe detoxification. You're looking into more about fasting or herb use and going the holistic route. Well, remember that when we began to do these things and we began to question what society was pushing down our throats with Pepsi Cola, we had resistance because everybody was following blindly to the grave. And now we see the exact same thing, but it's exemplified because it's not just this individual journey of I'm going to go vegan or I'm going to go keto diet or whatever it is. And some people don't see it that way. Now you're going up against it all. So, where do you stand? Who are you? What are you about? What do you believe in? Are you connected to higher source? Do you believe in God? Have you learned about Yeshua and how he lived here on earth and what he taught us to be able to stand in the light and to use our frequency and our love to conquer and dominate everything that comes at us, even if it's the physical end in the meat suit here. So I think that the bottom line that I'm trying to get across is that when you know something is true in your heart and you know that you're doing something that is right for you, and everything and everyone around you is attacking, whether it's physical or emotional or energetic, vibrational, the frequencies that's coming at you, um, that's going to determine who you are and what timeline you join. So I'm busting out of the matrix left and right. I don't even know if I know much about it anymore, but it's coming at me all the time when I resist. I'm against the chemicals being sprayed all around me, like in the workplace and stuff. I have to, raise my hand and say, "Oh, this is wrong. Cellular structures here, life forms, chemicals, and destruction and cancer, diseases, neurological systems." But that's not the norm. So then I stand out. Then you'll stand out. The question is, are you brave enough to stand out? And can you stand in the course of the light? Because that's what is going on right now. It is not a battle of choices. It is not, being an NSYNC fan or disliking NSYNC, the boy band. This is about good and evil. It's that simple. It's about fear. It's about love. It's about lightness. It's about darkness. So, where do you stand? Because the decision is going to come up before you relatively soon, I would say, because everything is really, really coming into a fast-paced motion of determination. Where does the human race stand? So it may have begun with me on the raw vegan journey, from the vegetarian to the vegan to the raw vegan. So extreme. But now it's about everything. So take a look within and make a decision. Are you going to allow this behavior of a demonic, criminal, elitist energy conquering attempt coup of humanity to take place and make it okay to factory farm, or make it okay to put baby fetuses in soda pop? Or are you going to stand with the light of God, and are you going to defend everything holy, beautiful, and amazing, and stand in the light which will transcend this physical earth? So these are just some things to think about as I was hiking today. So I hope that you have a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day within yourself. And I hope that you do things that empower yourself. Enjoy a good book, or cut up some mangoes, or make a nice smoothie. I rocked out on the blueberry, raspberry, and ginger smoothie as I was coming up here. And I got to tell you, that's what it's about. I kind of disappeared in those moments. I was feeling great. I'm so blessed. I'm so full of gratitude. And I hope that you can find the light in your heart every day. And things will become a lot easier when you bust out of the matrix, because the matrix is beat. And I'm not even aware of it until it comes at me, and then I'm like, oh man, you. It's like that really annoying drunk guy who just keeps on pushing you on the shoulder, and he's like telling you things that aren't funny. That's cool, you know. I accept it. But Mr. Matrix, you're boring. You're beat, and a lot of times you're annoying. So when I leave my 4 and 5D bridging here, and Mr. Matrix is coming at me with his chemicals and his fear and his anger and his judgment and his divide and his 15 mask. Nope, it's got to be 16. Then I'm like, yo, you just reminded me of the Matrix. Now I got to take a step back. So that's why I made this video. So I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day. I always appreciate you being here with me. I send you love and light always. Remember to subscribe to my channel and follow me on Rumble, Raw Vegan Guru. And then on Instagram, I am Raw Joshua Consultations. Send me any questions you have, or just send a heart, because it's about love, and love dominates everything. Peace. Bye.